Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and this is the Blast from the Past series of videos in which I'm going to show you some of the little jewels that I have in my collection. Some people have asked what games I have, so well, I would like to show you not just games but other oddities and rarities that I've been able to accrue throughout the years. In the last two episodes I spoke about D&D because it's the game that started it all, and Lord of the Rings because it was one of the first RPGs that got me into believing that RPG was my thing. Because even if I didn't like the experience, I loved the game so much, and some things about the game that I still miss, the Lord of the Rings. But I cannot continue with this series without talking about the Call of Cthulhu, because for me this was an absolute breaking point, because I knew nothing about Lovecraft, nothing at all. I must stress though that this is not the box that I originally had. The book that I had at the time in Spain was a hardback book. It wasn't a box, but that was lost with my whole collection when I moved from my town in 1997. And if I told you how many books I lost and the reasons why, you wouldn't believe me. Maybe I will one day, but I don't think I want to share that right away. Anyhow, I bought this as usual in eBay a few years ago. I can't remember how much I paid for it, because I just wanted to have this edition, since a first edition I couldn't find anywhere. And it was a very important game for me because, as I said, I knew nothing about Lovecraft. But most importantly, I knew nothing about horror in games. Until then, I had only played fantasy, Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons. That was pretty much it. So I had no idea how to do horror, even though I was a massive and very avid Fangoria reader. Fangoria is the kind of magazine that deals with not just horror and slasher flicks, but also how to make special effects and makeup. And I just loved it so much, so much. So what came into this box, I can't remember. I really can't remember. So I haven't opened this in, I don't know, years and years. So this is going to be a surprise for me. So this is kind of a genuine unbooking as far as I'm concerned. So we have a few spreadsheets. 91, 93 to Chaosium's copyright. So basically, rather than printing double-sided, they just printed an A3. Okay, that's interesting. But we still get our magic points, the hit points. You know, we have all the skills that we know and love. Needless to say, I am never going to use these. What else have we got? Here, there's another one. So this is Sandy Peterson's. So another character sheet. And there's some maps that I will delve in a minute. Are they maps? I don't know where. Delve in a minute. Anyway, let me put this aside here. I'm going into this. Oh, look at that! Published by Games Workshop. Thank you, Ian and Steve. That's very kind of you to have done this. You see, and I love how there's still so many names that are still relevant and important into role-playing games, like Steve Perring, he's still there, Greg Stafford, rest in peace. This is amazing. Dedications. Oh, look at that. That's a great, incredibly busy map. Love the layout, I have to say. I really do. It's so so much better than the ones we've seen in other books until now. They knew what they were doing. Who, any chance of knowing who did the art direction? Or no, the credits are not particularly. Oh well, they're not particularly comprehensive. I wonder if they're in the back. No, they're not going to be in the back. Check. Okay, never mind. Never mind at all. So what do we get? Okay, where's the table of content? I hope there's a table of content. If there's, oh my god, there's no table of content. Oh, yes it is. It's in the back. Oh, cute. That is so cute. Oh, that's adorable. I don't know why I say that, but it's absolutely adorable. Because it's so fucking uncomfortable. Who thought this? Okay, never mind. Fine. So, it's about 96 pages, and you get everything. You know, curing insanity. Oh my god, the language. Sorry. Oh, this is so funny. A four-player on how to play the game, and then we had some ready-to-play scenarios, which is so cool. Sorry. This is so charming and naive. But this is what we learn from, and it's still going, which is wonderful. And look, this is such a complex table of resistances. This is so funny. I love it. Oh, this is... The thing is, the interesting thing is, again, this is something that we need to keep in mind, is how this has remained. You know, the skills are still there. All the sanity is still there. The luck is still there. Even though they've changed an awful lot, and for this 7th edition, they've made it a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more streamlined in places, they've made a little bit more detailed in other places, but overall, the cool thing about this is that you could get this game, and yeah, varying the languages and blah 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 that we need to think about nowadays, you could still play this, and it would be incredibly playable, and the experience wouldn't be all that different from the experience that we would get today. So that I absolutely love. Really, really love it, which is great. Of course, if we started to look into, you know, insanity table, it would be wow. The thing is that this is reduced to phobias lists, and you know, some very it is pretty obvious that there was a very basic understanding of mental health issues for whoever wrote this. Sandy, sorry, very basic. I don't know what's your understanding today, but in those days, this is ableist as fuck, which is interesting. But you know, phobias are a very handy resource because they're there and the definition is there and you can pretend that you have it, which is not great. But I guess that's why they're here. That's why people keep going toward them, because mental health is, you know, quite a tricky topic and subject, and not one that should be approached with great care. Because, you know, some people may be suffering, some people playing may be suffering from these conditions, and what for us is just fun in a game, for these people are real life nightmares. So this is, no, one has to be careful with this. And to give you an example, I have an acquaintance who is very arachnophobic, as in real life arachnophobic. And when she sees an arachnid anywhere, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Now I know, so I can, you know, take whatever measures I need to take in order to make sure that nothing unpleasant happens to her. But if she didn't, and suddenly in this game she became arachnophobic, and the GM started to bring out spiders, then wow, that could be, that's some serious bleed from the game into real life that we don't need to have. So, but very interesting things, you know, about data of cities, the introduction to the Cthulhu mythos. I'm looking forward to seeing. There you go. This is about the bestiary, the Biyaki, who's here You know, once I wanted to write one of these. It was a bad idea. really, really bad idea. Oh my god, that was so funny. But see how, you know, for Cthulhu, they make no images in here because it's on the cover. Oh, thank you very much indeed. But I just love what it feels. Anyway, this is the main book. Otherwise I'm going to read it in front of you, which is not cool. That's not what you're looking for. So, what else is inside? Let's take a look at the map in a minute. But right now, what is this? A source book for the 1920s. And we have a spreadable dirigible, which is so awesome. So awesome. Is the Hindenburg, or Hindenburg. So, table of contents, hey, it's not in the back. How exciting. Timeline for the 20s, biographies, companies, crime, contests, occupations, nautical skills. Oh, look at that. It's a chronology, it's a proper chronology for the 1920s, but it stops in the 20s. Oh no, it doesn't. It stops in the 1930. I can't. Oh my god, this is such a beautiful attention to detail. This is so cool. This is so cool. And some biographies of some real people. Yay. Loads of them, blimey, okay. Some history. Look at the maps. Oh my god, this is so cool, so exciting. Oh my god, this is a rail. This is a wagon. Oh my god, I so love it. This is so very cool. I wonder how precise and accurate this is, and I hope that somebody from Chaosium can tell me, because this is so damn cool. I love it. Teotihuacan, Mexico. Why is it even there? I don't know. I need to reread this. I don't have the time. Somebody tell me. And you know, one thing that we need to... I think one thing that we can still learn from this is how in just 32 pages, the amount of information in here is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I would challenge anyone to read this and not have loads of ideas for stories. This is so wonderful. And last but not least, we have what's going to be a mega map with tentacles. Let's open it up. Of course, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing because the camera won't be able to cover it. But I can show you for a bit. Okay, it's just a map of Cthulhu, basically. But again, it has some interesting locations that we sometimes wouldn't think about. You know, not many people would know where Timbuktu is. Or why to use the Ascension Island, that Zanzibar is an island on the outside of Africa. This is so nice. You know, and to have this is something else I miss an awful lot. I know that people, also books come with the maps attached. I don't want to detach them. I have all the maps attached to all the books because to detach them is just which is why I miss the box format so much, because you could have these sort of things. And I remember in my gaming room we used to put up these maps and just put them with blue tags so we can take them out and change the decoration of the room depending on what campaign we were playing at the time. So this is absolutely wonderful. That's why I made the box, and that's why I'm so excited whenever anyone announces that they're going to do a starter set, because it usually comes in a box, and boxes are so cool. I know they're expensive, but they're very, very cool. So this is it. This is the game that got me started with Cthulhu, and eventually helped me write, you know, Campo de Mitos and all the things that I have planned for the future to publish. But this just made me so happy. Just remembering this made me so goddamn happy. So thank you, Sandy Peterson and everybody else, and thank you, Chaosium, for publishing this, because it's look at that smile. That's your fault. So thank you. If you have another edition of this, something rare, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what you have. So please do send photos, tweet them, do whatever you want, come to Facebook, anything. But I would love to hear from them. But until the next time, thank you so much for being there with me in this journey, and I very much look forward to sharing more goodness with you very, very soon indeed. Take care.